Hey everyone, welcome to Quick and Easy Kitchen. Now what we're going to do today is we're going to make a delicious meatloaf. Now this meatloaf is a little bit different than our meatloafs that we've made. This is made with stovetop stuffing. Now you can use the chicken or you can use the savory vegetables one. So we're just going to use a regular box of stovetop chicken, or you can, like I said, use the savory. You will need ketchup for this. You will also need like a pound and a half of hamburger of your choice. Okay. 2 eggs and some water. Okay. So it is a very, very, very simple meatloaf to make. It's not a lot that you have to make this. And we're going to have some instant mashed potatoes. And I'm going to use this. Now you can either use ketchup for the top of, the top of the meatloaf. But I'm going to put this. I'm going to put tomato sauce on the top. And I think that would be very, very delicious. It'd be different. Now, if you have tomato paste, just use tomato paste. Use what you have in your pantry. But today we are going to make stovetop stuffing meatloaf, and this is really good. I've made this in the past. Like I said, there's a lot of recipes on meatloaf. I've said that in my prior videos. There's never one way to do things. They have a different meatloaf. There's like 1,000 meatloaf recipes that are very different out there. But today we're going to make stovetop stuffing meatloaf. What I have here is I have our meat. Now it says 1/4 ketchup, 1/4 cup of ketchup. I've got 1/4 cup of ketchup. It calls for 1/2 cup of water. So I'm going to use 1/2 cup of water. Right here's 1/2 cup of water. Okay. What I've got is our bag of stovetop stuffing. Right here. Now you can use, like I said, the savory or the chicken. Those are the two that they recommend. Like I said, you won't find this recipe. You have to Google it, and it will come up that way. Because they used to have this on the back of their boxes. Now they got some kind of chicken thing. But this is a classic meatloaf that they made years and years and years ago. And it was good. It was good. It's different. Like I said, you can use those 2 stuffing mixes. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put 2 eggs in. Okay, 2 eggs in. So I always break my eggs in a separate bowl. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this kind of mix up. Now there is a different way to do this. If you wanted to take the water, take the ketchup, put it in a separate bowl, the eggs, and kind of like let the seasonings all blend with the box of stuffing, you can do that and then mix it in with your meat. So I did it a little bit different today. But you can do that. They suggest that, I'm just doing it a little bit different today. Broiler, and we're going to put this at a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're going to make sure before you serve this that it has an internal temperature of 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and you also want to cook this for about 60 minutes or so. Now I made quite a bit of onions right there, that little half, so I'm going to put this in here because Mom likes onions in her meatloaf. So I'm just going to put that in there. And I'm going to put some canned, or glass, I should say glass jar, mushrooms. See that? I drained them. Now I'm going to put those in there. Make sure you cut these out because this actually has no flavor and it's nasty tasting. So you make sure you want to cut this out. This stuff right here. Everyone, look at that meatloaf. We've got our green pepper, we've got our onion, we've got some mushrooms. Say, I used a 1/2 cup of water. Now you can use like chicken broth, you can use beef broth, or you can even use milk. Milk is very good in meatloaf, so you can either substitute that. I'll show you guys. Now see, I put it on my broiler, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, already preheated. And now I'm going to take some of this tomato sauce, and I'm going to do the top. Now you can do ketchup, or you can do barbecue sauce, you know, whichever one you prefer, and just put it on top. There we go. Everyone, so what we're going to do now, we're going to put this in our preheated oven, and we're going to cook this for about 60 minutes. Now, it does say 45 to 60 minutes, but everybody's stove is different. And then also, too, before you serve this, before you say it's done, you want to make sure that it reaches 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Everyone, so what I've got right here, I've got some instant mashed potatoes that we're making. And then off to my side right there, I'm going to move my camera. Forgive me for moving my camera. And we've got some beef gravy to go with our meatloaf. And we're also going to have some corn with it. Everyone, look how good this meatloaf turned out. Now, I'm not touching it, but look at that. Look how good that meatloaf. Anyways, this is the stovetop stuffing meatloaf, and we added vegetables to this. Now, you don't have to do that, but make your meatloaf the way you like. Like I said, there's 1,000 different ways you can make this meatloaf. It's a hard recipe to find. You can Google it, though. There's different versions of this. You know, a lot of people add garlic powder, onion powder to it. So it's whatever you like. But the original recipe is 1 box of stovetop stuffing, either the chicken or savory, the half a cup of water. It could be milk, it could be broth, or now I use tomato sauce on the top here, but it says you can use ketchup or barbecue sauce if you prefer. So there's different ways you can make this, but this is absolutely going to be delicious. Now, like I said, we are serving this with corn and also instant mashed potatoes and some gravy. So it's going to be a very easy meal tonight. What we're going to do is we're going to sample this. Mom's going to cut me a little piece off. I think you'll like this really good. See that? Look at that. Very, very good. This is good. Very, very good.
I think so. Now let's plate our food and show everybody how our dinner is going to look.
Okay, now I wanted to show you guys my plate of food. Okay, everyone, our stuffing meatloaf is very, very good. Our stovetop stuffing meatloaf. And this was made with the chicken. Now, you can either do savory or chicken. This is very, very good. Now, I want to thank everyone for watching our video today. Please click the subscribe button and notification bell so that way every time I come on. And if you're watching this for the first time, Mom and I would love to have you as part of our YouTube family. Please click that subscribe button. We do so appreciate it. And we don't cost nothing, and it truly does help the channel. So if you wouldn't mind clicking that subscribe button, it really does help us out. Take care, and remember, everyone, to please wash your vegetables, and be safe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.